Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to the At Home Film Festival March edition. It's a night of mockumentaries, friends.
Yes. Guys, did you know that At Home Film Festival is almost a year old?
We're coming up on that 1-year anniversary. We're talking about making this baby public. We're taking her outside. Can we do it? One of us is almost vaccinated.
I'm 50% vaccinated.
Yeah, and that's all we need.
Yes.
No, once we get fully vaccinated, I'm thinking, and Sarah, we should definitely do this at a meeting, but I'm thinking like outdoor, they're showing movies outdoors, the good old fashioned drive-ins.
Yeah.
And at home film festival.
We could find a place that does a venue as well as we can Zoom or put it online for people that can't make it to where we live. So.
Yeah, that's a great point. Hey, stay active in the chat, okay?
Yeah. I see you guys. We have 9 people.
Woohoo! And we would like all of our creators to know that most of our views do come after the show. So don't be freaked out.
One time, Ashley and I in our hashtag, we put, because we did teen movie as our theme. So we put it as the hashtag. And boy, oh boy, did we get a lot of views. More views than I have ever anticipated. So
yeah. I mean, we're happy with like 80 to 100, and we knocked it out of the park with 500. We really thought it was because of our filmmaking skills, but
no, it makes me want to put hashtag teen for everything that I do.
I know, but don't you feel like people are just going to get disappointed and then downvote it and leave?
I want that disappointment. That's on them.
I would rather it be like 5 people who just really want to be here than like 10 people who are like, why are these women so old? It said teen and
so let me hear what they have to say.
What?
They'll be like, let me see what they have to say.
Oh, right. You think they'll listen to us?
No. If we talk in a deeper register, which I'm kind of working on lately.
I've been working on that too. I'm a nasal speaker. And so I'm trying to drop into my throat.
That's good. The other one I do is I speak up and I go an uptick.
Okay.
And the internet hates that from ladies.
Yeah, but they police all of our behavior. So
yeah,
I don't buy one of those think pieces. No, thank you.
The other thing too is they always say that we vocal fry, and I can name a lot of male comics that vocal fry that hardly ever get called out on it.
Yeah, I can name a lot of male comics who snot rocket too, and they should be run out of this town. Okay. Listen, guys, this show will be donating.
Holy shit.
What's happening?
We got 10 people. Sorry, I interrupted.
Woo! Thank you guys for being here. This is a YouTube live show where Sarah and I show shorts from our favorite creators, comedians, people out and about. We started this in April 2020 because we were creatively devastated and we needed an outlet.
Deadlines to get us going. Because I think, and I still have a problem is like, I just don't want to do anything. I'm procrastinating. But I tell you, having these deadlines really does cause dread for one day and then it's over with.
Which is so important. You can't underestimate the power of dread. You really can't. I feel like also today, this particular show, is it safe to say that we're both coming in hot?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Like I'm all wound up. I'm all wound up. I'm ready to go. Okay. Yeah. I'm ready to release my energy onto the internet.
Yes, I'm coming in hot. I think
Sarah,
I'm hot.
You don't seem hot, Sarah. You seem lukewarm. Guys, do you understand the format of the show? Sarah and I will chit chat as long as we possibly want. We will just chat. And then we will show videos from our friends. And then hopefully while we're doing that, the audience will be Venmoing us money. And we will donate that to Planned Parenthood, who is our charity of the month. We have a different group or organization every month. And we decided on Planned Parenthood this month.
Yes. You guys know what they do. They also do family planning and provide a lot of great services. Every time I go, I've always thought of this as a reductress article is How Not to Fall in Love with Your Planned Parenthood Physician. They're so nice that you're like, why are you being so nice to me?
Yeah, they really care. You feel like
Yeah.
it's like emotional and vaginal support.
Yes, they're good people.
Yeah. And I don't know what we would do I don't know what I would have done in my 20s without them, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So give us your money so we can give it to them.
Yeah.
And for our people watching on Eventbrite, we already have your money. Thank you so much. We will be sending it to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, I think that's great. Ashley, no, we usually have a game planned, but we didn't this time around because we got busy. Things are opening up again. But
Sarah, I'm not ready. I am not ready, Sarah. I can't strive anymore. I have lost my ability to like push myself. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I feel like Linda Evangelista from the 90s. I don't want to get out of bed unless it's for $10,000.
Wow. Is that a real quote?
Yes.
Oh, what a hero.
I know.
That's incredible. Also, it really goes to show you that like money is basically imaginary. You know what I mean? Just like I won't get out of bed for $10,000. That feels like, what is $10,000?
I have no idea. I've never seen it. I've come close to it, and then it leaves my account pretty shortly after.
You can't hold on to it. Slips right out.
It goes right out the window.
I feel like that's a great quote. I also feel like there is some hesitance in me to take advice from 90s supermodels because there was a kick in my life when I was like really trying to emulate Kate Moss. I was like she's the one that I'm going to pretend to be. And she had said something in a magazine that was like never apologize, never explain.
Yes.
And I tried to do that and it just turned into like always apologize, over explain. You know, it didn't work for me at all.
I love to go the over apologize and over explain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
It's such a great mantra because I do believe in that. Unless you're just like a complete monster and creating havoc everywhere that you go.
Have you ever worked with someone? And I say this because I have worked with one person like this who never apologized. Like they showed up late to things I will admit it was a theater thing. Okay. So they were an artist and they just showed up to tax late and stuff like that and just did not apologize. And I was always fascinated by that.
Yeah. I don't know how you do it. I always, some people just don't have that.
I feel like if I didn't have that, I would be a millionaire.
Absolutely. Like also the one that I try to live by too is the if you had a show or if like a TV thing and you felt like it didn't go great, don't say that it didn't go great. Be like, it was really fun. I had a great experience. Don't ever let anyone think that you had a really bad time on TV or in anything like showcase idea. It goes in their head. Most people aren't watching you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone, okay, this is just turning into us talking shop, but like everyone that I know that got like wildly successful at some point, I remember them bombing and then just not acting as if they hadn't bombed.
No.
Where I would be like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I actually think if you eat it on stage so hard, it's your civic duty to go home right away and not let other comics sit with your stink.
I agree. And have to talk to you. Did I tell you about the one time? This is like maybe a year in. This is at the Broadway downstairs. You know, the downstairs room?
Yeah, it's depressing.
It's so depressing. And I was doing a show and it was like, there were so many people in there. I couldn't believe my luck. I was like, this is when I was a year in. I was like, I'm going to get my tape. This is the tape that will change everything. And so I had this guy film me. I feel like I might have told you this already, but I had him film me. And then when I bombed so hard, the hardest bomb of my entire life, a woman gasped when I was on stage. And then when I got off, he handed it to me and he was like, yeah, it went dead. It just like went dead. It's dead. He had turned it off. I turned it back on. He had just stopped filming me and turned it off.
I think that's nice.
I think it's actually kind. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? That room on a weekday is pretty hard.
It was really tough.
It's not great. It's like in a weird part of town. You're like, who's coming over here for stand-up?
Yeah, they did not want to see me. That's sure. Whoever it was, I was not for them.
Oh, it's so difficult. What's your process this month? How did you go through your ideas?
Well, I ran out of time. That's my first thing. I've had a job this is oversharing on the internet. I've had a job for 4 days. I've never been so exhausted. I don't understand how people have jobs. Like, I've been part-time for so long that like now being full-time, I'm like, this is inhumane.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of different ideas, and there was one that I was going to do over the weekend that I was really excited about. But then it rained all weekend and it was outside. And I was like, well, I'm working.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like I'm working during the day, and there's it'll be dark when I get out of work. So I better rethink. And then I came up with an idea I really liked.
That's great. What about you? No, I think about this too. Sometimes I think there's ideas that you come up really fast can be just as good as the ones that you think about and plan forever.
That is true. That's a good point, Sarah.
And I'm in the that area of like, what was that? There's a thing online or whatever people talk about. A teacher for a semester gave half of his class, said, hey, you got to make a film or no ceramics every day or every week.
It was a ceramics class, and it was like half the class had to make as many pots as they could, and the other half of the class had to make the perfect pot. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm from the school of we make a pot every week or
yes.
Yeah.
And so the half of the class that had to make as many pots as they possibly could, they made more interesting, more like creatively, they made cool pots. And then the part of the class that had to make the perfect pot, they failed, you guys. They couldn't make the perfect pot, okay?
It's too much pressure. It's so much easier. You're like, I'm just going to get better with numbers. And I also think about that with stand-up. You're like, I can't just focus and make one set amazing. So I'm just going to try to do every set that I can. And then hopefully eventually I'll start having great sets.
Yeah, I think it's the same with tweets too. It's like throw every dumb idea against the wall and then just delete the ones that people clearly hate because
no one has to know.
Yeah, no one has to know. I mean, there are people who saw it, but hopefully they just quietly passed it by. Is all I can hope.
Somebody had told me once, they're like, oh yeah, they're crazy. They delete tweets. Do you know how many tweets they've deleted? Because I think there's an app that lets you know how many tweets they've deleted. And I'm like what's wrong with deleting tweets?
Wow.
I think that's a good thing. You have to delete the crap.
Clean house, babe. Clean house. That's evil that there's an app that tracks. That's evil. What's the point of that? What's the reasoning?
I don't know. There's another app that lets you know when people have unfollowed you. And I'm like, I can't go down that road.
I did. And it was a lonely road. I went down that road once and it hurts. It really hurts. Also, I have a newsletter that's through MailChimp, and like,
can they sign up for that?
Say it again.
Can people sign up for that?
Oh my God, Sarah, thank you so much. Yeah, guys, sign up for my newsletter. You can find it on my website, ashleybrookeroberts.com/newsletter. It's called Hounds on an Island. It comes out once a month. I promise it's so fun. It will make you feel good and young. It'll make you feel so young.
Yeah.
But they give you a report, and it just tells you like who has subscribed and who has unsubscribed. And then you have the option to click and see who has unsubscribed. And I'm like, why would I ever do that? And also MailChimp, put that behind a paywall so that I don't accidentally click it. I never want to know.
I don't exactly. It's kind of like, I don't want to hear what anyone's saying behind my back. It's none of my business.
Yes, exactly. It's none of my business. God, Sarah, I mean, we are just, we're
Full
living.
of, full of little gems, full of little memes tonight.
I know, we're just like two little self-help life coaches over here.
Exactly. We got more people in the room. So,
Oh,
we lost one.
oh, well, hey, we don't care about numbers, do we? We do not care about numbers.
No, we do not. No, my process was kind of the same of like, I spent 3 weeks. I had one idea I was going to do. And then I was like, that seems too hard. And then I just took I tweet that I did a few months ago. And I was like, I'll just do it like this.
Oh, that's smart.
And I waited until this morning to do it, which I don't normally suggest, because you're just like, I thought there was going to be a chance of like, I just didn't do one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Mal's in the chat. What's up? Happy you're here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah. Did Mal win a book?
He did. He got Sapiens.
Oh, great. Let us know what you think about that book that you got. We usually have a raffle. You know what? Fuck it. We'll have one tonight. Let me get out my pencil. Guys, pay attention to these vids. You will be quizzed at the end, and you will have the opportunity to win something. Did we send last month's winner?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we need to get on that. I don't know either. But we will send this month's winner. So guys, what you have to do in order to win is at the end of the At Home Film Fest, we'll ask you some questions about videos you saw, and whoever answers the quickest in the chat wins a very special prize, which will be revealed at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And it's not something we just make up as we go along. This was planned. We should talk about mockumentaries and our history with them.
Yeah. Ashley and I have a history of mockumentaries. We made a web series now 2 years ago, right?
Stop.
Because last year was pandemic, and it was the year prior to that.
Oh my God. That's illegal. The fact that time went by that quickly. Wow.
I know.
That's upsetting.
Well, Ashley and I created a true crime doc series that we would love to remake on a bigger scale. So if you guys have a lot of money to throw our way, big budget.
You know, what's interesting is I really did think that this was going to be the thing. Like when we were making this web series 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who knows, 3, 4, 5. I was like, this is it. Like Sarah and I have figured out what our thing is, and like it's incredible.
It's just like finally,
it feels so good.
It felt so right, and then it took a hit, but we're gonna get back on that horse again.
Yeah, we're gonna start pitching this show. I think the population's still interested in true crime.
Oh, I'm still watching true crime.
There you go. You're the litmus test.
I started watching the QAnon one, if you consider that.
Oh my God. I listened to a podcast about it.
It's bonkers. This nation has lost its way.
Yeah, truly. Okay. I feel like you and I have also lost our way on the show.
Yes, we need to get back. So we did a true crime.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
It was so good. It's about 2 women who are best friends who take responsibility for a bunch of murders in their hometown. We did a whole series. It's called Where the Daisies Don't Grow. It's actually a playlist on our YouTube channel if you want to binge that, babe.
Yeah.
Steve O'Brien was our director, and what a fun, talented person he is to work with.
Yes.
And I think we have episode 2 queued up. Is that true?
I have 2 queued up. We have one I thought that we could play for now, and then later.
Love it.
Sometime we can do the second episode.
Nick, are you ready? Nick is our tech wizard. You probably won't see him, but there we go. He lets us know it's happening. Okay, guys, please enjoy Where the Daisies Don't Grow. Location's everything with the
It
serial
really
killer
is.
documentary.
It's imperative. You
Yeah.
know? Like, if you watch a lot of them, a lot of killings take place in like the most depressing town you could ever think of. Just the dumpiest dump.
We needed our small town to be really, really sad, but not too depressing that our murders went unnoticed. When picking a town, you needed it to be gloomy, but also starved for news.
Yeah, you just want it to just like, when you go there, you want to just take Xanax and get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went with the Midwest. Sarah found a place called Langhorne, Ohio, which was just like the perfect amount of sad.
We didn't know this until we got there, but that whole town is all pizza delivery guys.
Every person in Langhorne is a pizza delivery driver.
If your grandfather delivered pizza, then you delivered pizza, and that's just the way it was. And some people would be like, but I think I want to be a cop, and you're like, why?
We saw a couple of times we would see like a pizza leave one house to another, and another pizza to another, and you know, it's like these pizza crossings were happening
like,
all
don't
the
you
time.
Have pizza?
Yeah, you are making pizza and delivering the pizza to a place that's making pizza and delivering the pizza.
I didn't get it, but
yeah. But we thought this works for us. This is a good background for our doc. And then tragedy struck.
So Langhorne is actually like a gateway to the west. Mm-hmm. There are 18-wheelers. So,
lots of highways.
Yeah, and the other thing that makes that town depressing is all the houses are built along the highway. Mm-hmm. So on a cold day in February, there was just a lot of black ice on the road.
So much black ice.
It was insane. A convoy of 18-wheelers had slipped on some black ice and just completely annihilated the whole town.
They took out every single house in Langhorne.
Just slid like dominoes.
So most of the people ended up getting hit by 18-wheelers, and then those that weren't, we killed those people.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I think we have a lot to say about this. First and foremost, we look so different. Like, that's shocking that was 2 years ago.
I know we're not supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be flattering looking, but at the same time, you're like, Jesus, what happened? I need highlights or something.
I know. I remember when we were filming, we were like, we're not gonna wear makeup because we're like in prison. and women in prison wouldn't wear makeup, and we want to be true. Also, I feel like I'm realizing that like we really need to set up what that series is. Like, because it's just like all of a sudden we're talking about location and like what's the perfect place for serial killers to start their murder documentary. We have to find a way, and this is for you and I to talk off feed, really like streamline our log line. But yes, we are lovers in that, in case you guys are getting those vibes.
Oh, Lucas Harvey goes, I think I want to be a cop. And they'd be like, why? Oh, he just repeated a line. So smart.
Wow, this is fun. I like everybody being active in the chat. I'm gonna say hi everybody. This is Ashley. Thanks for being here.
Mouse said it's so good. Ha ha ha. And Patty tweets cry face emoji.
I love a cry face emoji. I don't know why I had to specify that it was me, because like, I think because you're always writing, because I get so overwhelmed by the YouTube chat box that the one time I had the courage to write in it, I had to be like, it's Ashley. Let's talk about our next vid. We have a video called, it is entitled Mock My Word. And it's written and performed by one of our favorite people, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
A lovely human who I've known for years. And, you know, what I really appreciate about this person is that they have made it a point to keep in contact during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. We are, of course, talking about the wonderful, undeniable Mike Kaplan.
Yes. He wrote and starred in it, performed in it, and then his friend directed and filmed it, Rini Voss Krasinski.
Ooh, good job.
Called Mock My Word.
So give it up for them and enjoy.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, we're making a mockumentary. All right. Should I sit here?
Yes.
Great. I know how to sit.
A bit of hair coming down.
Oh. Oh. Let's keep.
I mean, only if you really.
Okay, I don't. Thank you. We're rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So, in every documentary, there's a story that someone wants to document. And in every mockumentary, there's a story that someone wants to mockument. Or mock, for short. Mockery isn't necessarily my standard path, even though I am a comic. My standard path in comedy is more pointing out things like, comic, I mock, is a palindrome. Of course, sometimes the jokes that I make are closer to the mockery end of the spectrum, like, I know how to mock, like, I can mock your socks off. More and more, I have been striving for sincerity on top of the comedy or underneath the comedy, within, intertwined, wherever sincerity goes. Yeah, stick this in your sincerity and joke it. So what can I mock if I don't really want to mock anything? Then it came to me. So the question that I have is, what is the story that I want to mockument? That question was a real turning point for this mockumentary. It's like, I guess, the very idea that I'd want to mock anything? Ooh, oh, there we go. I can mock the very idea that I would want to mock anything, which I think would be a real love letter to the form. If you mock something, you have to care about it. If you're mocking it without loving it, then you're just being mean, and why are you doing that? Stop it. I love you people who do that. You keep doing it. Have a great time. So, mock my words. I love mockumentaries. I love mockumenting. Being so sincere in this mockery. I love mockumentation, and I hope that my message here is clear. I am mocking the mocker because I am both mocker and mockee and mocker-y. This isn't just one big mock joke. Mocks away. Mockumentation.
My fingers are frozen.
Mock. Yeah, we can edit out everything.
It came in too early. I thought they were done, and then he added a little button at the end.
Always got to have a little tag. I love it. So fun.
Guys, if you want to know where that bird is from, it's got an IMDb page.
The little chirpy bird in Brooklyn. You know, there was something very like ASMR-ish about that video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it was very
that
pleasing.
it had the a New York sensibility to it. And
Had a New York sensibility and yet was somehow like relaxing. Even though when you think of New York, you're like chaos, but
yeah,
it felt very chill. Great to see Mike. Love playing with the form. I love when the form is played with.
Mm-hmm. Very meta, I would think, right?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys so much for your submission, your bid. Yeah. You knocked it out of the park, Mike and Rini.
sorry, I just got sidetracked with, I was looking at the responses in our chat.
See, this is the thing with the chat is that I want to be engaged with it, but it does. I love the chat. I love the chat. What are you laughing at? What's going on?
Because it's like, I know I'm agreeing with you. Like all I want to do is just like fuck around in the chat.
Yeah. Well, the chat's fun. This is why, like, when we have talked about like
we need a chat person.
We've talked about moving to Twitch because like the chat would be like right here with us.
Yeah.
But honestly, Sarah and I are just kind of like grandmas who are scared of Twitch. We can't figure it out.
I'm scared, and I keep going on there to tweak it and see what I could do. And then it comes down to it, and then I'm like, I can't do change. Remember how people would freak out when you changed the Facebook the template or the way it looked?
Yeah, we're all very attached to what we know.
Yes, even if it's bad for us.
Yeah. Should we talk about this? Should we introduce our next bid?
Yes. Speaking of, this will be very good for a lot of us. This one's by Leclerc Andre, and it's called Giving Up.
I adore Leclerc. Let's get into it.
You want me to look at you, or do you want to look at the camera? I'll look at the camera. Don't look at the camera? Yeah, my name's Jermaine, and I'm an unmotivational speaker. I make people quit. A lot of people have bad dreams. It's my job to get them to, give up on those dreams. Giving up in this culture has such a bad rap. People are like, never give up, never quit. Some people should quit. No, not like drugs. Drugs are great. Like, we celebrate workaholics and celebrities and CEOs. You got guys like Gary Vee telling people never give up and never quit. Not everybody needs motivation. I'm sure there's an aspiring neo-Nazi out there, right? This is a client. It'll be quick. Yes, Jermaine. You texted her last night. I told you not to. So you were drinking. You texted at 1 a.m. You said you up. She said, nah. She texts you back, N-A-W. No, throw the whole phone away. I don't think because she could have left you on red. That's what she could have did. Oh, what's that? Oh, you want to pitch hardcore edibles. Yeah. That's what you want to pursue. That's your next big business venture. What do you got? Bath salt and vinegar chips. Whole Foods. You think Whole Foods gonna carry that? PCP pretzels. Nah, fam. I don't think that's it. Nah. No, it sounds good. Like the alliteration. I see what you're doing. Are we done? Do we have to keep? Because I don't want to do this anymore.
That's
Give it up. You know what? I want to give up, coach. What happened, Sarah?
It's all, you know what? It's like, I agree. Like there should be a give up coach. Like, look, I'm looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
It's, you need to move on so you can put your energy somewhere else. Like this isn't what's happening.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I have a thing of like, just being like, well, maybe it'll turn the corner and it'll be like 5 years have gone by.
I know, but it usually does. This is my struggle in life. Because I'll tell you what, 3 months ago, I was like, I'm never going to break 2,000 Instagram followers. Okay. I should just go back to school and become a teacher and help children. And instead of doing that, I started a TikTok account, and look at me now. Okay.
Look, you're doing so well. You're a creator now.
I'm a fucking creator on TikTok. So it's like, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't give up.
Or just go to another platform.
Always. That's good. Well, you are very early in our friendship. You kind of like dropped some truth on me where you were like, let's just go where the love is.
Yeah. Like, that's not something I came up with when I first moved to New York. I listened to a podcast In the Tank John Fish would do with Dan Allen. Mm-hmm. He had a comic on. I think her name was Becky. I can't remember her last name. She may have been from Boston, but lived in New York. She said that, and it's always stuck with me. Like, you should always go where the love is.
Yeah. Instead of begging people to love you, like, what? I can't believe I spent so many years trying to prove I was good enough. You know what also I liked about Leclerc's video is that he did just give up in the middle of it. Like,
That
like
I
to the
didn't even
point where we're
Sometimes I'm like, are they not wanting to do this? What am I reading into here?
I love that. I love that. I love a give up coach. And I love also that being the button. I love that being the end.
Yeah. I mean, that should be a whole thing instead of Tony Robbins. Just you go for a weekend. He's like, this is what you need to give up in your life. It's just not working out for you.
Oh my goodness. And I really feel like, I mean, not to wax poetic about the pandemic, but it forced me to give up a lot of things I was clinging to, but for dear life, clinging to these things. And then I gave them up. I felt lighter. I felt slimmer.
Yes. Freer. And look, you're flying. You're viral. Guys, you got to follow Ashley on TikTok.
Oh my God, Sarah. I can't believe this right now. But yeah, you guys really should follow me on TikTok and follow Sarah on TikTok too. I mean, Sarah's the person who got me in there. Sarah was like, just do it. It's fun. And
It is fun. I'm addicted to it. My rule is not to see it before bed because it's like doing lines of blow. That's what I feel about it.
It will keep you up all night. Yeah.
It's too much stimulant. We should go on to the next lovely content creator / comics who
yes. Oh, love these two.
One half is a Houston native. I love a Houston girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other half is also from Texas. So I'm a big fan.
Wow. They're just wonderful. Also, I'm so happy they're on the show because I feel like they make a space better when they're in it.
Yes.
And that includes an internet space.
Yes, absolutely. So let's hear it for Kelsey Kane and Martin Urbano for Latino and the Tramp.
Enjoy.
Watch us kiss
Watch us kiss.
for only $1. Excellent foreplay.
Oh, that is so cool. You know what? I'm gonna do that one day. Great for children to watch.
This guy's scaring away our people. $1. All right.
Vamp the kiss.
Do with this memory what you will. All right.
Okay,
All right,
okay, ready?
This is a little
okay.
close. It's a little
Okay,
close.
okay. Hey. I think this is going really well.
Maybe if I spin the sign a bit. Hey, what are you all doing? Oh, we're a part of this.
Tell us when you're ready. And action. This is how we're paying our rent.
$1.
Like 69 right here.
Wow, that is really not
That
what the
is
sign
not.
is offering at all, sir. I'm trying to remember what young actress you look like. Oh my god, I look young. We're kissing and we're not kissing you, and we'd like to make that clear. Give us some money.
Hi.
You guys okay?
Yes, I'm away.
Oh, I'm not gonna not celebrate love.
For $5, we will kiss for 30
my
seconds.
God.
We don't have time.
Tell us when. 1, 2, 3.
You can watch us kiss. Watch
us.
You know what? That is some very intuitive thinking about how to pay the rent. And I'm wondering, Nick, when are we going to do that? Okay.
Nick,
we know you're in the chat. We know you're listening. We know you're playing all of the vids so that Sarah and I can chit chat and go off on our little tangents.
can I say the intro to this video makes me feel like I could watch a whole season of a show like that.
I agree. I want to know everything.
It just, or even if it was 3 minutes of just an intro video like that of them in hijinks with
I love an intro because
Me
when
too.
we were watching our video, I was like, wow, this intro is incredible.
Yeah. Need more intros with
That
songs.
intro was so fun. That was the perfect length intro. Like, so much out of that. So much out of that. I like when the person says to Kelsey, I don't know which young actress you remind me of. And then she goes, she says I look young, or she thinks I'm young.
That's all you need.
I love that.
You know what? That's so much nicer to say than you're like, you say the name of the actress and you're like, why would you say that? That person, I don't find them attractive.
I hate that. People, speaking of TikTok, I would say on average 10 comments a day being like, hi Pam from The Office. Hi Pam. Every teen on TikTok thinks I am Pam.
See it in a way, vibe wise.
Maybe I think it's a vibe. I do think
the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do people tell you that you look like?
Well, when I was younger, I would get a little bit of Elizabeth Shue.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit of Alicia Silverstone back like 20 years ago when.
Oh, I see that.
But then you get ones where, I mean, now I'm just feels like it's going to be insulting where I get like the nun that was in Father Downing Mysteries, played by Tracy Nelson, who's one of the Nelson brothers' sisters.
Wait a minute. You get like a side character?
Yeah. Well, she played, there's another main character. There was the guy who played the father, and then she was the nun, and she helped out with the solving of the mysteries.
Now, I am on the second floor, and I did just hear Nick scream. Nick, what's going on? What did he say? So specific. Okay. He really enjoyed that little bit of info there, Sarah. Give it up one more time for Kelsey and Martin at home. They can hear your claps. This next comedian, creator, artiste, they sent us a little intro. So I'm going to pull it up if you want to gab.
Me? I'll gab.
Yeah, gab away.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to gab about. Things are opening up, guys. We're starting. I'm going to be in Royersford, Pennsylvania, May 14th. If you want to come check me co-headline.
Sarah, honestly, the idea of getting back into the swing of live shows sends shivers down my spine. Who's with me? I can't push myself. I'm too comfy.
I know.
Okay, here's the intro. I emailed everyone. I was like, and if you guys haven't sent us, most people had sent us the intro. And then we got a whoops. I always forget. The title is George. And the little piece of information you should know about this video is that this creator knew they wanted to do something with George the cat. And their siblings helped them come up with the idea for this one. And that whenever they get tagged in the event on Instagram, they're like, oh shit, I guess I got to make a video.
That was a very Casey Kasem intro for our film.
Mm-hmm.
Some little fun facts before we introduce.
Yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Not at all. This person's a friend of the show and always glad to see one of our videos. Always happy.
Ain't that the truth? She is the artiste behind our brand. Give it up for the wonderful Julia Johns.
George got this new job right at the beginning of the pandemic, and so all of his colleagues were meeting him for the first time over Zoom, and they didn't believe that he was a cat.
Whoa, that's a realistic cat filter right there. Looks like you're a cat sitting in a chair.
I am a cat. They thought he was just using one of those filters, the video effects that they have on Zoom.
I guess I was expecting too much, thinking that people would actually believe that I'm a cat that can talk, but I guess I just, what the? Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? Do you guys see that?
No, but like the filter changes your whole body.
Yeah, I'm a cat. I've got a cat body.
Yeah, no, that's what we're saying. It's really furry.
It's so furry.
So I think it was frustrating for a while, but I think eventually he felt at least he was respected for his work.
more and more people kept using these cat filters, and I felt like I wasn't being taken seriously.
So the cat lawyer video came out.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings.
And George and I happened to be watching the news. They showed the video, and it really upset George. He felt like he was being mocked. It got worse. He went online and saw that everybody was making fun of it. It was on Twitter. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, but it really upset George. I think he had had enough, and he snapped, and he just kind of went berserk. And then he got out. I didn't see where he ran off to, and that was now over a month ago, and I haven't heard from him since. And he's an indoor cat, so who knows what could happen to him out there, you know?
Love that.
I love when you work around a cat's personality, it really is a recipe for great comedy.
Truly. And I love goes by George speaks English.
Yes.
Being on the flyer. So fun. Yeah, I love using cats in your comedy. I love it mainly because I know how hard it is. Because they don't want to be a part of it. They're not into cameras. Like our cat Lily, she has a face made for television.
She does. She surely does.
She surely does. But you put the camera in her face and she's like, paparazzi, no. Like let me have my piece.
No, I just think every comedic actor or actress should really observe how cats play into film or in comedy, because less is more. You just give a straight face and just stay in the moment, or do your thing, and it'll play off really well.
Sarah, that's so smart.
That's what I try. You'll see that later.
Listen, I popped over on the chat, and
is it Mayhem?
Mal said that Ashley's Anxiety 911 line has been killing.
I know, isn't that great?
It's incredible when there's crossover. I love crossover. I'm expecting a text from Nick at any moment telling me to stop talking about TikTok.
TikTok has ruined a lot of relationships, but
yeah, that is true.
It's also made things stronger.
Yeah, that is true. I think, you know what else is strong? This freaking show. Guys, Sarah dropped our Venmo handles in the chat. So go ahead and just Venmo us like $1 or $2. We'd love to send Planned Parenthood some money. Also, for the people who are watching this in the future, you can always send us money and then specify what charity. So if you watch a specific show, we'll make sure it gets to that charity. I have to say that raising money and giving money this year, Sarah, I mean, did we stumble upon a true dopamine booster? Making things for a good cause. It's all I ever want to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's absolutely, because there's a lot of shit that hit the fan this year, and it felt really good to give back, or what you can.
Yeah.
And then it was helped us too at the same time.
We got to add it up, because I think we've done over 2,000 at this point.
Yeah, I think we've a lot of money.
Also, we have to check our show's mail room for the gifts from last month's show. What happened to that person who won last month?
I don't know, but I don't have a question yet. I forgot. I have to I'll figure it out.
Okay, Sarah, you got to pay attention to that.
Okay.
Next.
Let me do, it's you.
It's me, guys. It's freaking me.
This one is half the show, but all the fun.
Sarah.
Ashley Brooke Roberts with An Artist Speak. An Artist Speak?
An Artist Speaks.
Speaks. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Give it up for me. Text from my mom is a highlight of my career. It should be taught in schools, okay? This is the mother-daughter relationship in the modern era through the lens of technological communication. The complexities, the layers about what it means to communicate between elder and youth. Had a situation. Cat bite. I'm okay. Guess what? I Am Legend. Will Smith on Hulu. Greta's Garden is a masterpiece study in what it means to have dynamic, iconic characters living in your core and trusting them with the weight and the gravitas to emerge out of us and ask the world important questions. What does it mean to have a garden? What is a garden? Do I have a garden if I do not own property? What does it mean to host a television show? Who decides who hosts television shows? And why is it always a man? Oh, come on! Everybody has seltzer cans. I'm not paying you for that.
Hey.
I mean, Gator Tours did you watch this? Gator Tours is my greatest work. It is a portrait of a deeply haunted woman who is being crushed under the weight of her own reality, who is running from her past and also hiding from her future. She's walking around the planet saying, I'm alive and I'm interacting with other living things. And how is that possible? What does that mean? And we feel that from her when we watch this clip. I mean, incredible. I did this. And I did not get an award. Can you believe it? He can't believe it. It's true. I got no awards. I applied. They told me to try again. Here are the rules of Gator Tours. Don't feed the gators. Don't harass the gators. Don't tease the gators. Don't call them stupid. Don't make fun of the fact they're a little cross-eyed. Okay, don't tease them. Don't make fun of the fact that one tried to bite my foot and I beat the shit out of it. Look, there's a gator. You missed it.
Well done.
Thank you.
That corner looks so cozy. The
It's
lighting
incredible.
was perfect in the plan.
Listen, I recorded like an intro to every video that I made for the At Home Film Fest this year, and it was 10 minutes. So I had to cut it down to 3. Julia just texted me. She said I sounded annoyed when I read her intro. Julia, I'm not annoyed. I didn't mean to come off as annoyed.
Oh.
I was just reading the whole email.
Oh my God.
I was just reading it. I didn't realize I was supposed to leave that part out. If you want me to leave a part out, you have to specify.
I liked it. It was very Casey Kasem to me.
What does that mean exactly?
Do you know Casey Kasem? I guess I'm just old. He used to do top 40, and every song would be like, this artist grew up in a small, it would always be like a weird little story anecdote before the song that you were like, it just felt like, it was just like a fun little touch, but he didn't do it for every song, but he did it for quite a few.
Yeah.
And he had a certain way of speaking. And I felt like the way that you were delivering it felt very Casey Kasem to me.
Well, I should look into this character. Maybe I could do a sketch based off of them.
Yeah.
But Julia, yeah, I love you and I think you're great. And you're one of my favorite people in the world.
If we hated you, we wouldn't have you on our film fest.
Yeah, that's true. Sarah's right about that. We have denied people.
We've said no.
Mm-hmm. Have we? Who have we? We have. Yes, we have. We have.
Yeah.
We truly have. Yeah, I think that is, I think, Julia had put that part in parentheses, but I didn't stop reading because it's live. We're in the moment.
Yeah.
In the freaking moment, gonna read that email. Sarah, are you next?
Yeah, we're at the end.
Wow.
And I managed to come up with one question.
Good
but
for
we'll do it after this. right?
Okay, great.
Do
Yeah.
you have your question?
Oh yeah, girl. I'm ready.
Okay. Well, you're professional.
Let me
this-
introduce you.
Okay.
What's the name of your video? Guys, I had a
I'll do it.
trouble this week. What's it called? I just want to tell. I wanted to hold on. Sarah, don't you say anything. Let me just pull up this. I mean, you can say something, but okay.
Okay,
guys,
I'll do it.
I got it. This next video, oh my God, it's from one of my favorite creators. Just the hostess with the mostest, the light in the darkness. You know her, you love her. To know her is to love her. That's right. This video is called Mirror, and it's by the incredible, undeniable Sarah Tolamash.
About a year ago, I was walking through TJ Maxx and I saw this mirror that looked like a pretty normal mirror, and I was like, oh, I think that would look nice in my apartment. It was weird. The next morning, I got all dressed for work and then I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, this is weird. I've seen myself in other mirrors recently and I don't look like this. I just looked slightly heavier than I did the day before, and it struck me as odd. They told me I wasn't reaching my numbers. I'm a real estate agent, and I don't know, I guess maybe my self-esteem was hit leaving the house thinking that I looked unflattering. So they fired me. And then things got really strange. There's definitely an unflattering presence here.
I've never seen a mirror like this before. I mean, there's definitely an unflattering presence in the mirror. It's not like a funhouse mirror, but it's giving Sarah body dysmorphia, and I've seen this time and time again. This happens a lot. There's a well-known case of, you've heard of Lizzie Borden. In the 18th century, she got a new mirror, and it caused her to have low self-esteem because it was horrifically unflattering, causing her to murder her mom and dad by bludgeoning them to death. I'm just speculating. I suggest Sarah burn the mirror.
I got rid of the mirror. My life is better now. Started dating again. And yeah, it's just amazing what a unflattering mirror can do to your life. I had no idea. And I'm back with my old mirror that I found on the street that gives me all the confidence that I need. And I just wish that nobody else went through what I went through. It was awful.
The range of my dear friend Sarah Tolamash knocks me to the ground every time I see it. I love that character.
Well, I forgot that I was doing a deeper voice. I filmed that part second, and then the first part. No, I did the second part first and the first part second. So I was like, oh shit, I didn't stick.
I loved what you did. I enjoyed all of it. I loved the weird, creepy kids' voices at the end.
Yeah, I bought a new mirror and it looked really aesthetically pleasing. And then I noticed it's not as enchanting as the one that I found off the street.
Because I bet the one you found off the street was like
concave.
No, a pricey mirror. Cheap mirrors. No one looks good in a cheap mirror.
No, the one on the street is like one of those cheapo depot ones that you get at Target. And then the one that I bought was at a furniture store. So in my mind, it's so weird. You really have to see yourself in both these mirrors. One, you're just like, oh my God, this is enchanting. Like, it's so flattering. It really gives you a sense of, before you leave, that you look great. And then the other one, you're like, why do I look worse in this? It's weird.
It's unfortunate how much our idea of how we are perceived affects our mood.
It really does.
Yeah, because if you don't feel cute and you're walking out of the house, things are not going to go your way. I don't know why. It's just how the universe works.
Yeah, it's a sad truth.
Okay, guys, we're going to show another video from the Where the Daisies Don't Grow. And I want to explain the premise a little bit more. Okay, so it's two best friends who are claiming that they're claiming responsibility for a series of murders because they want to make a true crime doc about themselves and thus reach viral fame. Okay, so they're fame-hungry young ladies. I was about to say lads, young ladies claiming murder, but also through this documentary, they've hired this guy to film them. They are explaining how each and every one of their decisions is so important for the future documentary that they knew was going to be based off their story.
Yeah. They're trying to get a Netflix deal.
That's all they want. I mean, that's all we want in life.
Yeah.
Does this make sense? Let us know in the chat, okay? Maybe you just click up our...
How fun is that? Let us know in the chat. That's so fun to say.
I love it. It feels like the 90s. Okay, Nick, are you ready? Or the early aughts? Nick's ready. Here.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so this is what we've been working on for trial day. Okay, you get a little sneak peek. And this, like we said, this will be, the title of the doc will be in here. Your Honor, I did not kill those people and bury them where the daisies don't grow.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love watching Sarah perform.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, you know, I think that's part of what drew me to Ashley is that now she has this ability to reach down deep inside and she can cry on cue, and that's really important. You want to get the jury on your side, and you also want to get the viewers on your side at home, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
You want to be likable.
Yeah.
And I think crying can show you a very, very vulnerable, like watch this. Ashley, I didn't want to mention this to you earlier, but I just got off the phone with Netflix and they're going to pass on our true crime doc.
There's no way that they could pass on our doc because we're so right up their alley.
Actually, I was just kidding.
Okay, thank goodness.
They didn't call.
Oh, good.
But we're still in contention for it.
What?
They didn't say no.
They didn't say no.
They didn't say no.
Sarah.
But still not a yes.
Sarah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're going into production.
We're going into production? That's great. That's great.
But now they're going to cancel.
Why?
Now they just turned it into a film.
They turned it into a film about us?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
But it's only been released in 2 cities.
No!
But it'll be in New York and LA.
Oh, those are big. That's big. That's big.
And on a Monday.
No, not a Monday.
On President's Day, so a 3-day weekend.
Okay, it's a holiday. That's better. Okay.
See what I did there? She can go back and forth just on cue, and it's so amazing. It's so impressive.
Now I'm all snotty.
I've never seen anybody do it before. I don't know how she does it.
Thank you.
I don't know how you get there.
I think about all the people we killed.
Right.
And the fact that most of them probably had pets.
Oh yeah, forget about that. So good. I love the intro.
Yeah, it's incredible. Look, I invited Julia onto the Zoom to talk it out with me. She's not responding to my text, so I got to read the emails before I read the intros. I texted her, you want to talk it out on the Zoom? But that's it. That's it.
That's it. That's our show, but we do have our trivia questions. What do they win?
If you win, you will get a mystery book. That's right. We're still in the business of giving out mystery books.
Yes.
Here's what you have to do. I'm going to pull up the chat. You have 2 chances to win. So let's see if you can do it. First question is, what was the name of the cat? What was the name of the cat? Let's see it in the chat. There's always a delay where we just have to sit here and wait for the internet to catch up with us.
I know. Oop.
People are loving Now I'm All Snotty.
They like it. New quotes.
I love quotes. I love a quote. So here we go. Someone will surely pop into the chat and tell us. If you want the mystery book, all you have to do is tell us the name of the cat featured in Julia's video, and you will get the mystery book.
What if no one's playing?
Oh, Lucas got it. Woo!
Lucas. And he speaks English.
Lucas, he speaks English. Lucas. Okay, Lucas, can you email your address to this Gmail? I'm going to drop in the chat. I can drop our Gmail in the chat, right?
Absolutely. And Lucas lives nearby me, so I can just walk over a mystery book to him.
That's actually better.
I'll give him a mystery book. I have some mystery books.
Okay, and then Sarah, do you want to ask your?
Yes.
question?
Okay, guys. What was the color of Kelsey Kane's sparkle top?
Ooh, that's good. Kelsey Kane's sparkle top.
She was in Latino in the Tramp when they were selling kisses in Union Square. Come on, guys.
It's the old delay. It's the old internet delay. We got.
I believe Julia didn't want to come onto the Zoom.
I know. Well, I think she stopped watching the show.
Well, that's weird because we jumped up. We were at 13 about a few minutes ago. And then we went to 15. So somebody hopped on at the very end.
Yeah. So this is just the waiting phase. Let's see what's happening. The color of Kelsey's top. We got a hi Molly in the chat.
It's from Patty.
Oh, Patty. Sarah, do you accept that answer?
I do. Patty.
Patty, you're a winner. You're a winner, Patty. Congrats. How's it feel? You feel good?
Patty, let me know an area in the neighborhood. I'll come meet you and I'll drop off a mystery book.
Oh, that's nice, Sarah. It's nice to have friends in the neighborhood.
I love the idea of a mystery book.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. It's not a book about solving mysteries. It's a book you have no idea what it's going to be.
Let's be clear about that. Okay. Good point, Sarah.
I don't want any confusion about that.
That's a good point.
All right, guys. We really appreciate you watching us at home. We do it every month. If you're interested in submitting a film, always reach out to us. Next month's theme is Spring Awakening, whatever that means. Your
Ooh,
interpretation.
yeah. We
Um,
appreciate you. Nick, you can see your desktop background.
It's wonderful.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching.